Hello guys and girls. Voices from the dark here. Ignore the portal to hell opening up behind me. It's not important. Don't even think about it. It's not there. See? It's gone. Nothing bad is going on. We don't have time to stop Oblivion gates right now because we are on the road to Coral. Plenty of things we want to do here. Well, a couple of things. We want to stop by the Fighter's Guild and talk to Villaina Daunting because our new quest is going to lead us towards Skingrad, and then we'll have Mage's Guild, Thieves Guild, and Fighters Guild all in the same place. It's super convenient. There are also a couple of other miscellaneous things we want to do, like we want to buy a Faded Wrath spell. Now we could buy it at the university, but since we're already in Coral, you know. We also want to talk to Cyrodiil about finding a Master Mercantile Trainer. Now Cyrodiil did see your daughter go missing, Dharma, but Dharma's gonna just have to stay missing. Hopefully she'll be okay. I always take the wrong turn by the Priory. I always do that. Because I don't wish to pursue the Hackdirt quest for several reasons. It's gonna give me a +5 to Mercantile at the end, which I don't want, and proceeding into that quest line will make 2 of the merchants there hostile to me, and I don't think I can then invest in their stores, which is a goal of mine. So, sadly, we're gonna have to postpone that. Let's go back to Coral, one of my favorite cities in the game, if not my favorite. I really like it. It's a beautiful little place where people gather, have a good time. First and foremost though, let's go to the Fighter's Guild. I don't know if those people ever sleep, so that might be where we get the most out of our day. Hello people. Are you the guy from the mine?
Good evening.
Is that the Fighter's Guild guy we helped at the mine?
Things could always be worse.
No, I don't think we met him.
Probably will be. I'm Kurz Grobarov. What can I do for you?
You know, all orcs look the same, so... Any rumors?
The Countess seems much happier now that the item that was stolen from her was returned.
How specific, referring to the painting theft. What do you say about Weatherly now?
So, the brothers have once again reclaimed Weatherly, eh? Good for them.
It's good for them, yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Coral Fighters Guild. We want to talk to the woman in charge here.
Hello.
Hello, Modern Orion. We'll get to know you later on. But for now,
Yes.
we are gonna go find the lady in charge. Hi!
Greetings. I see you've been keeping yourself busy. This is good. I believe it's time for you to perform some duties for your guild.
Give me them duties, girl.
We are a brotherhood, a family. What affects one of us affects us all. Fighting, drunkenness, dereliction of duty are not tolerated. I would like you to speak with Modern Orion. He will assign you any duties that are currently pending. Good luck to you.
Okay, I can go talk to Modern. Just talk to me first, girl. Tell me about the guilds.
See Azan in Anvil or Berthgrokash in Shadenal for contracts.
How thrilling, Coral.
Did you hear about Renald Jymer's long-lost twin brother returning to Coral?
No, never heard of the
Now,
guy.
I hear there's a stranger in town asking about them. A dark elf from back east, they say. I wonder what he wants.
Oh. A dark elf has come to town. A certain dark elf named Fathisolus. Any rumors?
So thanks to some hired help, the Jymeres recovered Weatherly. Good thing. I never liked having ogres so close to Coral.
Yeah, now the threat is truly ogre.
Just do your job.
Wow. First I meet a lady downstairs who's like, go kill some things. Now it's like, just do your job. Man. Hello, Modern.
Ready for duty?
Love your mohawk.
What do you want? I suppose you've come looking for duties, huh?
Wow, talk about mood change. Yeah, I would like some duties. Duties.
Duties for you. Fine. I'll speak slowly so you can keep up. I want you to contact Maglir.
Maglir?
He's one of your Fighters Guild brothers, but he's defaulted on a contract. We can't allow that. Makes us all look bad.
Defaulted?
He didn't finish out a contract in Skingrad. Suppose I shouldn't be surprised. He's raw like you. Go and find out what's wrong with him.
Okay, unfinished business.
Don't just stand there. Move!
People are so polite, treating me with such respect.
What have you been up to?
I heard there were some goblins around here recently.
awful creatures.
Good old goblin rumor, huh? I swear, Francois Motier is still at the inn. We're gonna have some issues, okay? Because he's not being very stealthy. Hello.
Hi there.
Bitnell! Hey, been spending some time with Emfried, have you? Oh, you lucky guy. You showed her your claymore, didn't ya? Bet he did. He's really, really proud of that sword. He maintains it really well. Polishes it every night. Francois Motier! Why are you here?
Ah, the Grey Mare. Coral's finest repository of wine,
How are
women,
you?
and song.
Why is he not gone?
I heard that some cult called the Mythic Dawn is behind the Emperor's assassination.
I heard the same thing. I'm not sure I believe it, though. I mean, who would be crazy enough to help the Daedra invade Tamriel?
Really?
Hello.
Really?
You have to
What?
admit.
Heard
this is
any
a
news
good
from the
place
other
to live.
provinces?
Friendly
Nothing
folks,
I'd like
I
to talk
think.
about.
Oh my.
Goodbye.
Have you heard any word
Fathus
about
is
the other
busy.
provinces?
He's not here to
Nothing
talk
I'd like
with
to talk
Motieri.
about.
He wants to speak to
Bye.
me.
Ah,
I may have a bit of a proposition for you involving the Jyemer family you so recently assisted.
Hello. Now, Fathus.
My services are not for such as you. Go peddle your paltry wares to Ongar in Bruma, or one of the other lesser fences.
He is the best fence in the Thieves Guild. His merchant stack starts off at, I believe he has 1,500 gold to trade, and you can also, invest in his store plus 500, and at Master Mercantile you also get an automatic plus 500, and you would then sell prices at 100%, because he is really strict on prices, so the only time we would want to use him until we hit 100 is when we have an item that's worth so much that he's going to be the only person we would actually get a decent profit from. So we could talk to you about the Jyemer family, which starts up Sins of the Father. Now, there's quite a lot of bugs involving this quest, so I want to just make sure that this is something we want to do. I wasn't actually planning on doing this, so I just need to make sure that it doesn't mess something up, because I believe on unpatched versions of the game, completing this quests means that you cannot use Fathus as a fence. So that's obviously something we want to avoid, but I think we should be able to fix it since we have a patched version of the game and all. Okay, so upon completion of this quest, Fathus will be stuck in Coral and will deny you his illegal bartering service for the rest of the game. This bug is fixed by the unofficial Oblivion patch, so we should be good to go. Let's talk about the Jyemer family.
It was kind of you to escort the Jymeres back to Weatherly. However, the original owner of Weatherly left them an even greater legacy. In fact, there's quite a bit more to their family history than meets the eye. Want to hear about it?
I'm intrigued.
Excellent. Curiosity should never be denied, is it not so? And who knows, my story may prove profitable to both of us once it has come to its end. My tale actually begins with the father, Albert Jyemer. He was once in my employ, or should I say, the employ of my organization. He was very good at obtaining things that people did not want to part with. A professional thief, to put it bluntly. He was assigned to obtain a very valuable item for me. He succeeded, but decided to keep this item for himself. An unfortunate decision. He fled from Coral with his family, and was never heard from again. Only his small son, Reynald, was found, wandering alone in the wilderness. Naturally, my associates and I believed he had perished. The wilderness is, after all, a dangerous place. No place to take your family. Then, these many years later, voila! The brother reappears. It seems the rest of the family did not die in the wilderness after all.
What do you want me to do?
Indeed. What is the point of my tale? Albert Jyemer builds Weatherly way out in the middle of nowhere. He was a thief, not a farmer. The only reason to establish such a place would be to stay out of the Coral Guard's sight. I believe that the item Albert stole, which rightly belongs to me, was hidden at the Weatherly settlement. Unfortunately, The notorious Redguard Valley ogres ransacked the place and probably took all of the loot back with them. If you were to obtain this item somehow and bring it to me, I would pay you very well for it. I can get you started by telling you where the ogres live. The rest is up to you.
Sins of the Father. Okay. Tell me more about Albert.
There isn't much to tell you about Albert Germain. He was one of my best, then he got greedy. The rest is history.
I like the quest lines that go on for a little longer, so it's not constantly new characters here and there, it's utilizing characters you already gotten to know. Stolen item?
I do not care to describe it. You will know it when you see it, I think. It is not something one of the ogres should have in his possession.
Okay, I guess we're just playing a surprise game tonight.
Beware, the Redguard Valley ogres are not known for their hospitality.
Yeah, I figured the ogres weren't gonna be that nice. Where is Redguard Valley Cave? It's down there by Weatherly. That's not surprising. That is not surprising at all. Okay, so we could do Sins of the Father, since I believe it should be patched and shouldn't mess up everything. That's intriguing. Okay, I wasn't planning on that, but hey, we might as well. Before that, though, we got the Fighter's Guild quest. That's all well and good. Now, we want to buy some different things and talk to people, but that means we need the stores to actually be open. Before that, though, I might want to actually talk to you about some cut content. There's actually a unused quest here in Coral, starring Geraldine Doran. And I think his house was somewhere over here. I think Geraldine's house was somewhere over here. Now, I'm not quite sure what the name of this quest is. I don't know if it ever had an official name, but I saw a mod that brought it back, which just called it Distant Relations. So,
You have the hands of an illusionist.
I don't think he has any dialogue
Well
that's...
met.
Shh. Hey.
It's my pleasure. Please, continue.
I wonder if he has any remnants of the dialogue. Doesn't seem like it.
Be seeing you.
A pleasure to speak with you.
What about you? Nothing?
I've been hearing disturbing tales about Oblivion gates opening all across Cyrodiil. I hope it's just wild talk.
The Oblivion portals are quite gentle, though. They don't really do a lot.
Aye.
Over here. So, here you can actually see his family tree. Now, I believe Geraldine believes that he is a descendant of ogres.
Greetings to you.
So here he has his family tree.
Fantastic. Thanks for asking.
And you would...
It's a simple job. Go get a journal from Fallen Rock Cave. Shouldn't that be a cinch for a fighter guild contract?
No, sir.
Have you heard the
No.
odd noises coming from Ugal Billet's place?
Ugal Billet. Yeah, that's probably where the Mythic Dawn agent is. So you actually had to go and help him convince the ogres that he was family or something like that, I believe. And you had to like go in and he would go over to the cave and be like, "Hey, ogres," and the ogres would capture him, of course. And it was like a whole quest line revolving around that. So that was a fun piece of content and never seemed to make it into the game. But I found some channels on YouTube which actually deal with such cut content from the game, and I think it's really fascinating to see. And a lot of people that restore cut content that's still in the game but just disabled, like activating quests and such. Okay, let's go talk to Sidneas. And she's probably gonna ask us about finding her daughter, but I'm sorry, I got other things to do.
I don't mean to impose, but I'm hoping you can help me. My daughter, Dharma, is missing, and I don't know what to do.
So, let's talk about Mercantile.
Palonira is one of the wealthiest traders in Cyrodiil. Her shop in the Imperial City is so successful. If anyone can teach you more, she can.
Thank you, Mercantile Trading. That's all I needed. Bye-bye now. Any rumors?
The Countess seems much happier now that the item that was stolen from her was returned.
When NPCs have such vague dialogue,
Take care.
I can't help but feel that they weren't completely sure what the quest was going to be about, or they didn't want to lock themselves in. That's why they say, "Hey, I'll offer you some gold," and then the amount of gold is, obviously dependent on the quest and the level you are, and they just keep it vague for For such reasons, now let's go and see if we can't find Athragar. I believe he is a bossmer here at the Mages Guild. He's going to sell us a Faded Wrath spell, which we're going to need for the Conjuration Master quest at Molag Bal's Shrine.
Hello, journeyman.
Hello indeed. Maybe he has something else fun that he wants to sell. But for that, we're going to need Thornir's Bargain.
Hello. It's my pleasure.
Good.
What can I interest you in?
Ooh, when you say it like that. Could summon a Dremora if we wanted to. But I think we're just gonna wait until we get to the master level. We could get a Spider Daedra. I mean, what do we have right now? We have some pretty good things. Maybe we should try summoning a Spider Daedra just for fun, actually, just to like see what it's like. Why not? Summon Spider Daedra. Summon Faded Wrath.
Thank you for your patronage.
I don't think they'll be better than David, but let's see. So David right now costs 127. Dremora Lord is 100. So is the Storm Astronaut. Spider Daedra for 20 seconds.
What have you been up to?
Oh, look at that. Look at that. How much health do you have? 300, huh? Nice. Ugly little animals. That was also a cool icon. I don't think I've ever had a Spider Daedra in my army before. That's cool. Great. We now have a half-naked spider lady with us. Let's go, Quelaag. It's probably going to be her name. Well, with the Faded Wrath in hand, with the Mercantile all sorted out, the only thing left in Coral, really, is to buy a house. But I don't quite want to do that yet. I say, let's go to Redguard Valley Cave, actually. Let's do that while we're out here, so we can finish up the Jyemer brothers and their quest line, because I believe later on, once we actually obtain the item that Fathis was talking about, we actually get a choice about what we want to do with it. We can choose to take it to Fathis, get a bunch of gold, or I believe we can actually... I think that's why he's so vague about it. He knows that the item is actually stolen and doesn't belong to him. I believe it's the Honor Blade of Coral. Like, it belongs to the people of Coral. It's like, you know, an artifact of the city. So, we can take it back there, and if we take it back to the city, the Jyemer brothers will be happy with us and give us some soul gems and such. But then Fathis will also like us less. Now, I don't think that actually negatively impacts us in any meaningful way. I don't think he'll ever refuse us services or something like that. So as long as the quest works the way it's supposed to work, this should mess everything up. So let's just keep hoping then. We're gonna be near Hackdirt in just a second, and there are two merchants there. Two very grumpy, misformed merchants. But merchants nonetheless. Hey. Doink. Thank you. I think I'm just gonna start... I'm gonna start leaving those behind, the ingredients. Like, I don't need to make anything unless it's restore magicka or restore health. Even poisons right now. Maybe eventually if our gear gets better and the poison damage has scaled pretty well comparatively. But part of me just feels like... The age of poisons is over. We are in a new age now, and we just have to adapt. But I'm pretty happy about the way that we are doing things right now, so it's not really an issue. Now, we do have expert destruction and restoration since the training in the last episode, so we could make some new spells. But I can't really think of anything that I really want. I mean, the finisher spell that we have for the destruction spell is fairly good. Oh, Redguard Valley Cave. I was expecting ogres, but hello. How you doing, buddy? Ow! Ow! Get out of here. That was some pretty bad gear you had there. Okay, well, I forgot to pop my destruction spell before I went in there, which was a little bit of an oversight. Not to worry. Haha! Doink! They're so weak that it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter either way. The Redguard Valley Cave entrance. Okay. Let's wait around. Let's go inside and see if we can't find this hidden artifact. Spooky. Oh, we got ogres who are actually weak to poison. Sadness. Oh well. Boom. Yeah! There he goes, flying. I need to start to remember to, I need to pop the Fortify spell first. It's very important to remember that. Yeah! Got him. So we just need 2 charges, or just 2 applications of it. That's very good. Very good indeed. Alright. Fortify Restoration. Oh boy. Restore health. Maybe just pop a little bit of a sorcery potion here. Fortify Destruction. Boom. Boom. Stab ya. Good job. Keep healing up. Our spells are making life pretty good right now. We're in a pretty stable phase, I feel. Even just 1 application is fairly powerful. But of course, not quite enough. We're gonna need more than that. There's another ogre. Now, do we even have any poisons at the moment? I think I just got rid of all the poisons because I don't really trust in their power anymore. Let's see how the Spider Daedra does. Let's have some fun with that, actually. Let's go summon a Spider Daedra. Bum bum bum. Hey, ogre. Say hello to my little friend. I want to see how she does. Okay, casting a spell on herself. And, oh, there's actually 2 of them. Come on, Spider Daedra. I believe in you. Ah. I'll help you out. I'll help you weaken him. Ah. Oh, wow. He was taking it. Not very impressed, but perhaps they were a bit strong opponents for her. Perhaps she just isn't all that great, but still, we have her. And that's a good thing. Oh, sorry about that. He's not too happy, actually. He's probably coming to maul me right this instance. Yep, he's right there. Do we not have any more Restore Magicka? Did we use them all? I know I can make some, though. And I probably should, actually. So I got some of those steel blue caps, which makes excellent potions. Some venison, even. Just make that taproot into something. While we're at it, the ogre teeth, I can't really be bothered to even pick up. They weigh a lot. They make a potion that we sell for a couple of coins. I mean, we're gonna need money to buy all the houses and such, but we also have a lot of dungeon delving to do, so we'll most likely get through it either way. Now, I think we've taken a trip around the cave like that, and we're only missing out on 1 area then. Just probably this underground passage. Should probably lead somewhere new. No? Underground over here then. This should lead to somewhere new, right? There we go. There's the big boss himself, the Ogre Chieftain. Bam! Oh, wow. That resistant, huh? Oh boy. I don't know why he handled the spell so well, but the dagger just crushed him. The Honor Blade of Coral. Ba-da-bam! I retrieved the Honor Blade of Coral from the Ogre Chieftain. This has to be the item Fathus was seeking. However, due to the nature of the item, I think someone at Castle Coral will be anxious to have this back. I need to decide whether to sell the weapon to Fathus or return it to the castle. I am leaning towards just returning it, just for the brothers' sake. I care more about them than I do Fathus Ollis. So that gives you a fame point if you return it. If you give it to Fathus, you gain some infamy. Now, I've already made it clear that I'm not aiming to get the maximum amount of fame, because fame's a pretty bugged out stat either way, and I don't really want to have the stress of making sure I always have the correct fame amount, so I think we're gonna go the goody two-shoes route on this one, really. I think we're gonna just ignore Fathus' request. Now, he might be a little grumpy, but we do have Thornir's bargain, so any such grudge shouldn't really matter. I should still be able to make the deals that we want to make. Now, I recommend that we manage to get our butts back to the great city of Coral. Alright, let's go! Well, here we are then. Leith?
Welcome back, my friend.
Are you the one I need to talk to?
Hello, I'm Leith Wavrik, the Chief Herald and Countess Velga's attendant. Welcome to Coral.
You should know me by now, but, I have this item here.
Many years ago, when the Count was still alive, a daring thief stole the ancient honor blade of Coral from out of this castle. Why?
Well...
This is incredible. I never thought to see this sword again. How did you... Never mind. One should not look a gift horse in the mouth. Please accept my thanks on behalf of the people of Coral for restoring this sword and the honor of our city. As a token of our gratitude, I bestow upon you a symbol of honor and heroism, the escutcheon of Coral. You've done a great service to Coral, and you should be proud.
I feel so honored. Haha.
Fare thee well.
Fare thee well. Haha. I returned the sword to Leith Waverick, herald to the Countess of Coral. In gratitude, he rewarded me with the escutcheon of Coral, an item only bestowed to the most honored of heroes. So to go speak to the Jyemer brothers about what's happened. Well, it's a shield, fortify endurance, and also reflect damage, 25% on self. So, reflect damage, 37% in total, plus the spells that I reflect. It's pretty cool. It's not something I want, but look at the value of this thing, 11k. Like, that's gonna be sold for max cash, that's for sure. Or I feel like maybe that's an item I should keep. I don't know, I'll have to decide. I was loading up the save of one of my other characters, Gruffbog Irontusk, earlier. He's an orc. And at our home in the waterfront, like, there's a lot of items laying on the ground. And, like, there's just really cool items I've met with, like, random enchants and such throughout his journey, and I just found it really cool. Like, he had, like, a badass Daedric claymore named Oblivion's Embrace, and he had all of these cool things laying around, so... Some of them I might want to keep. The ones I like the most, I might want to keep, because I feel like in the long run, money's not going to be an issue, because while buying the houses and upgrades are going to be huge money sinks, we don't really spend a lot of money on other things. Repairs aren't that expensive, really, and we don't really buy a lot, for the most part. We don't pay money for training sessions and such, so... Oh yeah, let's just get our butts back to Weatherly and tell the brothers about what happened, and I think they'll also just talk a little bit about their father. Now, if he had chosen to give the sword to Fathazolas, things would have been a little bit different, but I didn't want to... I didn't see why I would want to make them mad at me after helping them with their quest line so far. Fathers understands, he's rich, more opportunities to acquire cool items will come around, and once I become the Grey Fox, then things are gonna be pretty good for the guilds. All in all. There's Hackdirt, once again burnt down. Dharma might be somewhere around Hackdirt, actually. Poor Dharma. Just stay missing. Stay missing a little while longer, honey. I have other things to attend to before we can do that. But once we've I forgot to buy the house, didn't I? I did. It's a money sink. It would leave me with very little cash to play with either way, so maybe it's not that bad. The Brethren. I didn't even hear about the Brethren. Oh well, it's for a Shadow of a Hackdirt quest, so we'll get around to that. Sounds sinister. Who's that out in the garden?
I've heard what you've done.
Gilbert.
You have something to tell me about my father?
I just came to meet you behind this rock here, so are you gonna give me a scolding, Albert?
I'm at a loss for words. Already I've heard that the honor blade rests again in Castle Coral, and the escutcheon of Coral you have is all the proof I need. My father had told us that he had hidden something away for us, something to provide for our future, but I never imagined it was this. I'm sorry you had to be tasked to right this wrong that my father was responsible for. Once again, you've stuck your neck out for us. Maybe in the past my family was notorious, but never let it be said that the current Jymains don't pay their dues. I'd like you to have this keepsake. My father gave it to me when I was but a lad. I think you should have it. Thanks again, my friend. You are always welcome in our home.
4 grand soul gems that are already defiled with common souls. Quest complete, and...
Honor suits you well. May your journeys always be safe.
Quest chain complete. Now let's take a little look at Weatherly, see if the guys have managed to tidy it up a little bit. Yeah. It's something. It's a pile of rubble, really. It's better than it was. It has certainly improved, and we actually get a bed here that we can use. Oh, they have like a door to the other room. Well, they're bros, you know, they don't mind. They can see each other's wangs, no problem. Well, that was the quest for Weatherly, or the quest chain revolving around Weatherly, all complete. That's also one of the quest chains I very rarely did as a kid, just because it's several quests, and I don't know. I doubt my intelligence as a kid. I really do. I don't think I was the most. I wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed. Now, actually, I kind of want to go down to Shadeleaf Copse as we begin the journey to Skingrads. Because right now we have plenty of fun things happening over here. But the alchemist in Skingrad, who also wants us to be collecting the Nirnroot, he pointed us in that direction and said, well, maybe there's some Nirnroots over there, I don't know. And considering we're gonna need a few more Nirnroots, why not take a look? But of course, that is going to be an adventure that we will go on another day. Have a still good day, take care, and stay awesome. But most importantly, everybody, stay dark. Goodbye.